But again, it goes back to what I told you guys before. This whole lawsuit against UMG and Drake, it's just Drake not getting his way with UMG. Lucian Grange obviously not trying to give Drake what he wants right now. And Drake is just battling over a $600-700 million contract that he's probably not gonna get. He's definitely gonna have to sign again. And another thing that Drake is probably fighting over, it doesn't necessarily always have to be money, because yeah, the talk is that there is a high number that Drake is asking UMG for, which is around the realms of $600-700 million. But we also have to remember that Drake is also at a state of his career and at a height of his career where he's on some Jay-Z type of timing. You know what I mean? Drake is not your new artist where he's anxious for you to give him a fat check so he can go make moves. You know what I mean? Drake has $100 million house in Toronto, in Canada. You know what I mean? Drake has a $50 million apartment in Miami. Drake has a $200 million plane. Drake has all these things that he doesn't need money from the label or liquid assets for him to go bust moves. He can bust moves because he got it already. So from here on out for Drake, it's no longer about the money. It's about what can he leave his kids. Remember, money runs out. But when you own real estate, when you own the rights to your music, that's gonna pay you for life. And I think that's where Drake is at in his music career right now, at the point of where he's at renewing his contract, where he's probably like, F these millions. And that's just what I think. He's probably like, F these millions right now. Like, I'm down to renew my contract, but you guys gotta give me more ownership. He's not gonna get full. He's not gonna, I don't think he's gonna get I heard Jay-Z. Jay-Z's like one of the guys that owns all his shits. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he owned all his music. I don't think Drake will get there right now. Maybe throughout the years he can, because Drake is up. You know what I mean? Drake is $1 billion man. You guys got to understand. He's $1 billion man. So within the years, depending on how he moves throughout the years in the future with power, because that comes with power. You know what I mean? People gotta want things for you to leverage what you want from them. So within the years, that's exactly what Jay-Z did. Jay-Z had to buy all his shit back. You know what I mean? And not only just buy it, but he had to do certain things to get his shit back. But as you all know, Jay-Z is a super powerful man in the music industry. You know what I mean? He's up there freaking sipping tea and smoke a cigar with all these billionaires behind the scenes. You know what I mean? So Drake is at that point of his career where he's like, listen, man, I want to own my music. I want to be able to say, I want to be able to have something that I can leave to my son if something ever happens to me. I don't want to just leave my son $100 million house that, he basically just going to sit here and just, I want to give him something that's going to put money in his pockets for the rest of his life. It's about legacy. You know what I mean? Legacy. You know what I mean? Like, and I understand that. I understand that for Drake right now. I understand that Drake has more than enough money to retire. I told you guys before, Ed Craven, the owner of Stake, which also owns Kick.com, gave Drake a half $1 billion contract, a partnering deal with Stake. That's why he was live with XQC a couple days gambling. That's not Drake. Drake's not gambling with his money. He's gambling with Stake's money. He has a partnering deal with them. So these power moves has been able to put Drake in a position to now not have to be worried about him chasing UMG for a couple $1 million so he can, have some liquid assets sitting in his bank account. Drake has the bag sitting in his bank account because he's been able to leverage $100 million deals. You know what I mean? Multiple $100 million deals. And that's what business is about, right? You know what I mean? That's how, you take you take it to the next level, just like Jay-Z did. You know what I mean? Jay-Z invested in what was it, that company? Ace of Spades? Was it Ace of Spades? He got Duce. He invested in Uber. I told you guys he invested millions of dollars in Uber. He like nearly 50x his money in Uber. And yeah, Hov has a whole bunch of investments. You know what I mean? He's still making investment. He's taking L's too, as we were talking about before earlier. He took that $500 million loss recently with his luxurious weed brand, Monogram. Just took over $500 million loss on that. $500+ million. It's all right, you know what I mean? He ain't broke. He's more than well. But that's a part of doing business. You're going to win here, you're going to lose here. You're going to lose some, you're going to win some. And right now, Drake has to understand that he has to lose some because he's not the hottest thing right now. The hottest thing around UMG is Kendrick Lamar and Taylor Swift. And I'm going to say Taylor Swift is number one, right? And then Kendrick Lamar. But I'm going to say Taylor Swift number one. Taylor Swift could definitely walk up in there and and if Kendrick Lamar is up in there, you know what I'm saying? Let's say Kendrick Lamar got his limousine parked up in the front. Taylor pull up, they got to move that shit. Yo, put that shit in, tell Kendrick put his shit. Don't put it in the back. Drake shit go in the back. Nah, put Kendrick in the side of the building. But Taylor Swift shit got to be parked up front. You feel me? That's the type of respect and, you know what I'm saying, upstandings that they're holding to these people out there in UMG. Your value is based upon how big is the bag that you're bringing into the company. Your value is not based about how many followers or how many likes you get on your Instagram post. We don't care. If you drop a record today, how many can you sell? Can you sell 1 million the first day? Let's talk. Come over here, buddy. You can park right behind Taylor right there, right next to Taylor. Yeah, park that shit right there. And that's where Kendrick's at right now. Drake is going up there to UMG right now, probably like, yo, listen, I need ownership. I'm gonna need at least another 500-600 mil. And Lucian is sitting there like, wait, what? Bruh. Lucian is sitting there like, my nigga, I done gave you 400 million. I'm good. I'm not, Lucian is probably like, I'm not saying that you can't make any more hits, but listen, bro, we'll give you another 400 and yeah, you're gonna have to give us like 5 albums. They're probably pressing them, you know what I mean? To give them a whole bunch of albums where Drake is probably like, hell no. And another thing, Drake has been able to get away with pushing these albums out by doing collaborative albums. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these albums, he did one with Future, he did one with 21 Savage. And I heard that the last album on his deal right now is the one that's coming out with Party Next Door, which should be coming out by the end of the year, I think. Which he did say on the XQC stream that the album is almost ready. So I would assume that it should be coming out. You know, most people want to put these albums out before the year starts, you know? So like people are not really dropping music in January. It's more like usually like now, Christmas, people are going to drop their album, you know? So we're probably going to get a Party Next Door and Drake album within the next couple of weeks. That's what I would be assuming. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yo, y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. The engagement is free. Y'all already know the vibes, man. Show some love to the DaShmackHouse.